Capricorn, how you doing, guys? So we're here to do your reading. Please make sure you hit the bell and look out for the reading that I've just done that may be posted before or maybe after your one, which is a general energy weekly collection of energy of messages psychically that I've picked up through the April readings, and then we do a general collective and try and put them all into one perspective of where I channel a load of messages and also give a tarot card reading to do with work and money, finances, career, everything that seems to be going on. Definitely career, something seems to be going on in career. Okay, now I did pick up that through that reading. Okay, so I'm starting to channel now, sorry. A lot to do with like spreading from a Chianti, from a heart to a liver. And then I found out through that reading, if you watch it, that you will see that it's spreading from the heart to the liver. And it was something to do that I watched from the NHS, and it seems to be spreading from the heart to the liver. But that was something that I watched on YouTube, of something I was channeling through other readings. Okay, but I am hearing that in your one, something that seems to be spreading from the heart to liver. Okay, or, okay, now, the one thing that I picked up psychically through your energy straight away is when I said Capricorn, I picked up on Capricorn, Leprechaun. Okay, now something to do with like they're also saying like a disease of something. Okay, but Capricorn, Leprechaun. Now Leprechaun, I was picking up, you stole my pot of gold. Something around like Goldie or get oldie. They're also saying like old, or getting old. Is saying something about getting old or getting on, or can we get on? Something to do with like being compromised at work around money, and that someone could have been stealing a pot of gold. You also could well be from Ireland or have a heritage within Ireland. Okay, but something to do with like trying to find a rainbow, maybe a possibly Zippy George and Bungle, but rainbow. Something to do with like a Piscean, maybe 10 of Cups, like you stole my pot of gold in the house or something like that. Okay, because I'm picking up like a mattress as well, and I picked up for another reading to do with like looking for money and looking for money. Someone's looking for money. Now I'm hoping that's not from you, or you're looking for money. It seems like you're looking for money for something from somewhere that you're due. You're due this money, and you feel like that someone could have stolen your money. And I don't think it's physically stealing it. I think it's that they owe you it, and it's kind of like, well, because I heard this, I owe you nothing, cat amongst the pigeons. Okay, but I owe you nothing, and it's like, well, I owe you. You owe me because I have an I owe you. Like, so I'm keeping an eye on you. You keep okay. Some of you, right? This is very personal for a lot of you. If you have younger children, you may be keeping an eye on them for something to do with the bedroom, and it might be to do with around money. That you're keeping an eye on your money because they're wanting some kind of like, can I borrow some money? But it might be coming through that I'm compromised, maybe a little bit with work, and that it's like, because I'm picking up like someone has this money under this mattress, and I'm picking it up as an elderly person that I'm sorry if you're watching. So beware if you are and you do have money under the mattress, because it feels like that someone could be taking it. So if you do, you don't have to leave this in the comment section. If this is a message for you, it's only for the people that know of this. But if you have money under the mattress, be careful, because someone might be stealing it. That's what they said. So I don't know whether they are, whether they're not, but keep an eye on that, okay? Because it feels like that you know, and like, well, I'm just keeping an eye, because it feels like this trap music. I'm also hearing trap music, but trap, like I'm setting a trap, and I'm just, because I pick up on like mouse trap. Now, some of you could be physically trying to contend with like playing games with like children in order to keep them occupied during isolation. But a lot of it is like this mouse trap where I'm just putting down some breadcrumbs or cheese. Okay, and I'm putting this stuff down. They're also saying putting some stuff down. They're also saying an animal maybe. Okay, but I'm having to put something down. So what are they saying? They're also saying down under, something to do with like Australia maybe. But I'm having to put something down. Okay, now it feels like a mattress, downing mattress, like a downing mattress. Okay, so now they're actually saying that it could be like a what do you call it, bed, one of those transportational beds, and you fold it up and then you take it with you, and then you sleep there, and you kind of put this bed out. Okay, because it feels like that there's this downing mattress, like a downing mattress. Some of this is to do with like orthopedic. Okay, I'm picking up on like it's either elderlier people that are having to use like orthopedic beds. Okay, or you work for them, but I'm picking up that there's these mattresses, and it's got, okay, finally we get to a Capricorn reading, and some of these messages come through from like the Scorpio and stuff reading. I was picking up this analyst to do with like sheets, okay, and I've been putting these together, and I forgot to mention it in the other reading, but it was to do with someone that was squirting all of this stuff on these sheets to find they were saying stains on a sheet, okay, but it could well be that you do it as no work, something to do with Okay, this is where I slightly feel like I'm just blurting out loads of stuff. But like I'm picking up like something is on these sheets, okay, and it's cleaning, like cleaning loads of stuff of sheets and stuff like that, but also an orthopedic bed where it is for elderlier people. That so really be careful if you are storing money underneath a bed, because they're saying that there's some money under the bed. They really are sticking with that one, like there's some money under this bed. Okay, so if you do have children, be very careful around that, because I'm picking up like cheese, and it's being like, it's in the cheese, it's in he's, hers, his and hers will. Okay. Something to do with like his and hers will. Also like a marriage certificate. If you're looking for a marriage certificate, it's under the mattress. Okay, but his and hers, we're looking for his and hers wedding rings, or we're looking for a his and hers, what do you call it, a ring for, like, it's not marriage but a his and hers ring. Say, okay, you're mine, I'm yours, we can't get married but we've got a his and hers ring. Something to do with that one. Okay, because they're saying his and it's hers, and it's his and it's hers. Now some of you, you're looking for marriage documents of like his and hers, like, well, what's mine is mine and what's yours is yours, and you sleep in this bed and I sleep in that bed, but I've got stuff under my bed, so be very careful. Something to do with like his and hers, like a room, like, well, I've got a room, okay, you've got a room, it's his and it's hers, this is my place, this is your place. Okay, now you're either doing this as a company and you're selling houses or on the housing development or something, or you're actually like possibly going through something very compromising to do with like working spaces and stuff like that. So please make sure that you watch that weekly report, because it came up in that. But feeling like you're at home and you have your workspace, and this is mine and that's yours, and just stay out my way while I'm at work, and I really don't need anybody like asking me stuff whilst I'm compromised at home. Some of you are working from at home, okay, and you are possibly like really losing something, because it feels like the isolation is possibly driving someone slightly like up the wall. And it feels like that this is my place, that's your place, this is my domain, and this is your domain. Some of you are looking into domains of your like internet providing service of a domain, that you might be running your own website or something like that, and you're looking into a domain of what would be the best fit for you, of a package that you could have that would cost less. Because it feels like looking at costs, like something is going to cost me as well. So I'm going to go back quickly to this channeled message is under the bed. Some of you are physically like waiting on this, that some of you could have physically lost someone in life, okay, and that there is this under the bed is what I'm picking up, that you could have just physically had a deceased loved one that you put to rest, okay. And because you've just put them to rest, there's this like, well, we could well be getting some kind of like financial I don't know what you would call it, because I was going to say windfall, but that's not exactly a windfall, right? But a financial payout of something. And because of this, it might have been coming from some of you, from someone that was deceased, that there is this will or this piece of paper and it's under a bed, or there's some money under a bed, or it's in a bed. Because I'm picking up like it's in this bed somewhere, and it's kind of like, let's just cut it open and rip open this bed to try and find out where it is. And I think someone's really trying to find this piece of paper that is like, it's in the bed somewhere, and I'm like ripping everything out, and I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. But they're saying that there's some money in a mattress, or mattresses, like there's money in mattresses. I'm picking up ceremony as well, something to do with like a ceremony, okay. It's kind of like, shall we renew our wedding vows? But some of you could be like, wedding vows, should we renew them, what now? Or you are very pleased about renewing your wedding vows. But I think that some of that has been delayed, obviously, through the coronavirus. So be very careful if you're thinking about booking a honeymoon. Okay. They're also saying that some of you are physically making plans for to consume the wedding plans and the renewing of vows, and that we have a future plan of this wedding, but we're going to have to like possibly put it back a little bit because of what's going on. So what we need to do is we need to find someone's trying to find a passport, man, or something, like trying to find this passport, or trying to find this stuff, and it's to do with like a wedding certificate or a marriage certificate, and it's a future wedding plan that could be going on. But I think a lot while you're in isolation, that a lot of you are making these plans, but you're slightly going a little bit, oh God, we made so many plans, but are we actually going to be able to finally do this? Some of you could be putting some money aside for things. Now, you might not be putting it under a mattress, but you're looking. They keep saying that you're looking at a mattress. Why on earth are you looking at a mattress for, Capricorn? Because I keep looking at this mattress, and this mattress. I don't know why I keep saying that one, but they're really, really saying that one to me. Mattress. It's in the mattress. Or an actress. Like, I want to become an actress. Or an actor. Like, I'm picking up like a physical actor. That there is someone that is an actor. Or I'm doing this thing for like a part that I have. And it's coming up. And I have this part of this acting part. But I really don't know when I'm going to be able to do it. Some of you are going to be asked to like present yourself to a TV show or something. Wow, I'm picking that one up. That some of you could be presenting yourself on camera in some form for courts. We're not going to go on that one, sorry. But we're in some form. Okay. Now it feels like, well, we're going to have to go on camera. So I'm an actress, or you're looking for a part in something. And because you're looking for a part in something, it feels like lines that you're having like to go over these lines. It's like, okay, well, I've got, it could be a Leo energy, but like I've got these lines and I need to go over these lines and lines and lines. And there's lines and there's Leos and Leos and Leos and Leos. There are so many Leos. I can see that there's so many lines everywhere. But there are so many Leos, but there are lines. There are lions to this Leo. They're lying. They're also saying they're lying about something, but that's personal to them, is what I heard. Well, that's personal to them. It depends if they want to lie or not. It depends if they want to lie or not in court. Some of you are actually more than likely taking a Leo to court, maybe, or a person, and it feels like, well, they're lying. Because they're saying, well, they're lying on this mattress, or someone's lying about this mattress, or they're lying about how much money they have. Is somebody they're saying that is, sorry if I'm looking over there, I'm not looking at anything, I'm just like trying to connect with spirit. But something about like someone lying about money that they have or something, and it's like, well, you're lying. It's like, have you took this money? It's like, no, you're lying. It's like, you are lying. It's like, I am not lying. I'm telling you, it's in the mattress. I've just bought a mattress or something like that, or an actress, or I want to be an actress. I want to be an actress, and I've got this part, and it's coming up, but I don't know. And it's kind of like, well, can I take this money? I don't know why where that's coming from. Some of you, it's like lines that I need to keep doing these lines and these lines. I keep going over these lines and I keep going over these lines and over these lines and over and over and over. And I have to keep saying it and repetitively going over it to myself so I remember them. Okay? It's kind of like remember the 5th of November, they're saying. Something to do with like November, fireworks day of November the 5th, they're saying. November. Something's coming up for you guys in November. So it could well be this plan that you have that is like in your foresight of doing something around November. It doesn't have to be November the 5th, but it is definitely saying remember the 5th of November. Okay, now Guy Fawkes, Guy, I'm hearing Guy, the name Guy, or a shy guy. It's like, well, I'm shy, but I'm also hearing the name Guy. I'm also hearing also people that are also in same-sex relationships as well, that are trying to come out of something. It's like, well, we need to go through this in order to come out of it. So if there's like, sorry, I'm also picking up like the Channel Tunnel or something to do with like London or somewhere, but like a tunnel, and it's like we need to go through this tunnel. Some of you, it's like a tunnel or a tunnel as well. Like we need to go through this tunnel and we need to be checked. Some of you, I can see all of these police around someone, okay, and they're going through this tunnel and they're being stopped by like traffic police or something, and it's like, well, we need to go through this tunnel, but we need to first be checked on everything that we've got because we have this money in this mattress. Or I'm trying to become an actress, but I need to get through the tunnel. So it's like, well, you can get through. Some of you, if you live in London, you've got to be very careful, because I am picking up on people that live in London. Now, the people that live in London, there's a lot of people. Man, if you're from London, please do not go on that underground, because I'm picking up underground, overground, wombling free. Ba 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 da da da. But on the underground in London, man, they're all stuffed together in this big like underground in London in the UK. Has anybody ever been to the UK and London? And you go on the underground service, and all these people are like looking at her that far apart in the underground on this train, looking at each other, breathing on each other. I mean, that's what's happening. I mean, I don't live quite near London, but there's no way I'd be going on the underground. So it's like, well, I need to get through the tunnel then. If we can't go through the checkpoint, or we can't go through something, then we need to go through this tunnel. So because we need to go through the tunnel, I think a lot of them are stopping people coming from London to somewhere else. So I think that during April for you guys, there could be some kind of like sanction that's put in for people leaving London, also coming to London too. Because it doesn't matter where you are in the universe. I think that I'm really channeling for someone that lives in London though. But they are definitely going to be stopping people. They're going to do this. You watch, mark my words. Well, that's what they're saying. That there are going to be these sanctions that are put in airports, in places leaving countries, that places that are going from town to town, that are going from villages to villages, from major cities to other cities, to cities to towns. It's spreading, okay? So they're going to be putting down a block on London, and also places where they are going to be doing like a toll. Something seems to be taking its toll. Now, I picked that up for a Scorpio reading of the extended reading that said death toll. Okay, now I don't know why that one was, because it was like pay the maker. Okay, at the end there was a Capricorn card, which was the devil. There was the sun, the ghost, and the Holy Spirit, and it was the death card, Scorpio. It was Capricorn, and it was the sun. Okay, I can remember now. Yeah, it was Leo energy. But family, it doesn't have to be Leo, but it was. And then you had the star, which was Aquarius, which was here. I haven't done that for days, and I remember seeing it. But it was the death toll, but it ended up becoming good. But it was something to do with like the death toll seems to be picking up. Now, it doesn't mean you, it just means that you could well be witnessing this around what it is that's compromised with what you have to do. And it's like, well, we're having to work together, we're having to do all of this, but the death toll seems to be picking up, which it is to do with the coronavirus. And I'm sorry, but I cannot stop channeling that for people. Okay, so it seems that if you live somewhere, wherever it is, it's going to be compromised with people stopping boarding passes and going to places and honeymoons, and everything is having to be put on the back burner, because they are going to more than likely segregate cities and towns and villages and just stick with it's a bit like Under the Dome. Did anybody ever watch Under the Dome? And I used to love that, but they stopped making it, right? And it was a big dome, and they were all just living in this place, and they couldn't figure out what it was, and it was to do with extraterrestrial stuff. Stephen King, right? It was to do with ATI or something, and it was to do with this egg. Okay, and they all got trapped in this dome, and they had to live there, and they had to go through food and all of this stuff. And obviously the fight of struggle of not being able to get through this dome. So, yeah, something to do with like the dome, like the domain, or your domain. Something to do with like your domain. Definitely an internet thing, they're picking up like a domain. Okay, and I picked up, wow, and I did, sorry. So the things that I wrote, I've got a whole list here, but these are past readings. This one's Capricorn. Leprechaun, you stole me pot of gold. But also, Mulder and Scully equals Sully. Okay, now Sully or Sully? The name's Sully or Soul? But so through Mulder and Scully, ETI, something like to do with that, right? But Soul or Sully, which was to do with the film, right? Sully, which was, what was the Heisenberg and that, and then they made a spin-off called Sully, and it was to do with a solicitor and a lawyer, okay, and all that kind of stuff. And that he was to do with like money. I never did watch that, okay, because it was a spin-off, right? But Sully, something to do with like Sully and solicitors and Mulder and Scully.
It's X-Files, right?
Mulder and Scully was X-Files, but through that, as soon as I said Scully, I picked up Sully, okay? So through Sully, I picked up Sully, which was then, they said to me, which they do, a film which was solicitors, lawyers, and it was a spin-off of the Heisenberg. Okay, now if we go back to that one, they're now saying like Heisenberg was something obviously to do with like someone selling products and stuff like that. Okay, now we don't have to talk about what that film was really about, but it feels like because I'm picking up like actors as well, like actors, because they are giving me like a lot of films, right? A lot of films to watch. They're giving me a lot of films to watch. Some of you, I don't know why I clapped my hands there. some of you are physically like in isolation, and you're just like watching. Well, they're giving me a lot of films to watch. Well, I'm just gonna like just watch a lot of films. Then I'm just like watching films and films and films. I'm watching Catch Me If You Can. There's channel messages. Watch those videos if you can. Catch Me If You Can. Okay. You might be actually watching Mulder and Scully and Sully. Some do like Sully or Sully and Cher. Sully. I didn't actually pick up any names unless I channeled them for you, Capricorn. So, here we go. Is anybody else feeling tired? We're compromised. We're kind of like, you know, just getting on, living in Britain at the moment. It's spreading and it's spreading and it's spreading, and everybody's worried, and we're going out and like we're covering you know, you can't even touch your face, right, without washing your hands, everything. And it's kind of like everybody's going in the supermarket one at a time, like 2 meters apart, one at a time. You get your stuff, you come out, one goes in, and it's compromised. Everywhere is compromised, literally. And then I read on the YouTube that said this news report to do with it spreading from the lungs to the heart and lungs, because I picked up on Chianti, and then I picked up all that sort of stuff, liver and lungs through the film. It's weird. So I've got a new deck that you may see come out through. I've never used them apart from the reading that I've just done of the General Collective, but I'm going to use them because I seem to get on quite well with them. So we just take them as they fall. Take them as they may. Take them as they fall. Mayday. I mean, Mayday. Okay, but we need some help. We need some support. So this is in reverse, this one. Okay, so you've got the 8 of Pentacles. So we need some kind of money because it seems to be disappearing. Now, money, again, you see channeled messages. This side, if you're looking, it isn't disappearing. Here, I'm just picking up the money is disappearing. Like, my money is disappearing. Okay, so I need to keep an eye on it because my young child here is looking at me while I'm working. There's a young child watching this money or watching you do your money or something. It's like, well, you know, so if that's the channel messages, it's coming through these cards because they're telling me to use them. The money just seems to be disappearing. Like, my money just seems to be going and going and going. I'm having to work really hard for it, but it just seems to be disappearing. Okay, so I'm also have a hearing that I am actually writing notes down for. I'm actually writing stuff. This is a solicitor or a lawyer or someone that's taking note. But there also seems to be a young child that's also taking note of something. So you might be saying, listen, you need to take note. You need to just keep all of this here. Okay, okay. Some of you have just got a child or something and they're at home, or they've just come home and it's like, listen, you need to stay in and you need to keep all of this here. So whatever it is that they could be like, have a boyfriend, and you might have a child or something, and they have a boyfriend or something, and they're out, and you say, listen, no, you've got to stay here. And they might be saying, look, well, can they stay here? And they can put all their stuff under this mattress, right? But something about, well, can you stay here? And it's like, well, you're watching me. So some of you, it is physically to do with, wow, sorry, but I just noticed the 7 of Swords. Something to do with like, well, I'm watching you work. So, you know, I need to put you to work. It's like, well, I can put you to work if you want to come here and work on the land that is in the background. It's like, we can put you to work on the land. So, where are these coming from? Let's see. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for April. Give me a reading, please, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for April. I don't know why I suddenly thought I'm going to use these cards. Okay, so you've got the Ace of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the Knight. The Knight, is that a Knight? Yeah, I think it is. The Knight of Swords. Okay, so you got one night in heaven, one night in heaven, one night in heaven. So, well, we need the truth because we're searching for it. We're looking for this documentation. We're looking for the Pentacles. We're looking for Pentacles. We're looking for more and more and more. We're looking for more from the 4. So we're looking for, but we're looking more than we had before. So we're looking quite good. We're looking like we have more than what we did before. You could definitely be dealing with a Taurus descending or a Taurus rising, Scorpio. Okay, but we're looking from 4. So we're going from 8 to 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3. So someone's definitely hoarding stuff and like protecting their assets and their money. If you are going through something where you feel compromised that someone is got money under the mattress or they're stealing it, that's you protecting it for, okay? So it feels like, well, we need to look for this because this Ace is looking. They are looking. This Ace of Swords, that's looking. Okay, there's possibilities there that there are money in this four. There's possibilities that there are money put aside for a rainy day. There are possibilities that someone is also like hoarding money. Like hoarding money. It's like, well, I've got loads of money and I'm hoarding it and hoarding it and hoarding it. And it's like, hold on a minute, are you taking my money? It's like someone's worried that they're going to take their money or take their job away from them. So they're protecting everything that they have, and they're protecting their assets and everything else. Okay, and they're holding on to it with also dear life. So they're also like really looking at property values and how they can grow this. This person here, what I've just noticed, is looking at buildings. It's like, well, we're looking at building money, and we're looking at buildings and properties, and we're looking at what we have. But how can we expand? It's like, well, how can we expand? Because we've got this money, so how can we physically expand our business? And how can we physically expand stuff? Okay, I'm also picking up expelling, a spell, something like a spell. Like, how can we expand this spell? What? So the Two of Cups. So again, it's kind of like, well, you know, we're here. Your Two of Cups is there. You've got someone in your energy. So, well, we're here. So we have to do this together. We have to learn to compromise. Okay, but the Knight of Swords is kind of like just... It's kind of like they're not speaking either. I'm sure this is a Knight of Swords, right? It's not a king, it's a knight. But, knight. I'm picking up knight, a knight. Announcing something. It feels like, well, I want to announce something quite proudly, but I'm really not sure. So again, when you go to work, it feels like, well, when I go to work, I have to look after my children and I have to think of them first. But I have this Two of Cups around me, you know. I have my love life around me, so we're actually in this together. We're saving together and we're doing it. But for some of you, I am picking up that timeline of that someone feels compromised at work, that something could be stolen, and that's why they're protecting their assets through the Four of Coins. They're holding stuff back. It feels like, well, I'm going to hold all of this back and keep it for a rainy day until we can meet again, this Two of Cups. Okay? Let's see. Okay, so you got the King now, the King of Wands, which is Leo energy here, but it could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Okay, but it feels like, well, I'm just sitting back pretty. It's like, well, I'm just sitting pretty. I'm sitting back with everything that I have, and I'm just waiting because I have stuff. I have my money, I have my finances, I have everything that I want. So I'm just going to sit back pretty in order to wait for more to happen. Okay, so it feels like that the King. You could have fire in your chart, but it feels like I've got everything that I weed. I have my weed. Someone has weed, okay. But also I have everything that I want, so we can sit back and we can actually live off what we've got. So we're living not below or above our means. We're just like being able to live, literally. I'm also picking up Livy, the name Livia. Faith, Livy, Faith, or Livy. There's still that liver, something to do with like liver, okay? But because it feels slightly like stand or deliver. We're having to make a stand, and we're having to also deliver something. But again, we're kind of like thinking about it. There's possibilities that we are thinking about expanding in the future, but we are thinking about what we can do for our assets and money, you know. So if you want to go onto your love life, they basically want to work on it, you know, or they are working on it. You're working at it as a team, okay? So we're working as a team. So it feels like that they want to work on it, they want to talk, but it feels like someone is more concerned about their pentacles, that they're just more like more money. It's like more money. But where's the money at? Where's the paper? It's like, well, where's the paper? Where's the money? You got to give me some money first before we can do anything. That's what they're saying. So love is there, but it's like, well, work comes first, the Four of Pentacles, the money comes first before this Two of Cups. So someone is putting their work and their money and what they do before their love life. it feels like, well, I'm putting that first. That's my main priority, is putting my money first. Protecting it, that's it, it's done. I've got the Two of Cups with you, sure, but I'm putting my money first. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Someone said, well, put your money where your mouth is. So are you going to come and stay? Are you going to come and visit? Can we talk? It's like, well, you know, I've got to look at what I have first, but it feels like I've got enough. So I'm sitting back with everything that I want. Some of you could literally just be like a career woman, or someone that is kind of like, what do you call it? Like a well-to-do woman that has like a building and a house and a mortgage and it's paid off, and that you're just kind of possibly single, but you have everything that you want and everything that you need. You have a good job, you have savings, and that's all kind of like good. You could well have a love interest, but it feels like, well, I'm sitting back and I've got everything that I want, so you know, I'm not going to compromise with anybody because we've got savings. So this is coming across as a money reading for you guys. Okay, so that's your Capricorn reading so far. So we are going to go on to the other side, guys, because I've also done an hour and 20-minute reading. If you want to join, Patron, $5, access to Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and then we go over some more cards, and then we start to clarify these cards to see what they truly mean. Okay, and then we look deeper into the situation of what other channel messages there might be for you for April. Okay, I know I tested out another lot of cards for you, but I feel like I can channel more messages through these eventually. So if you want to see the rest of the reading, you can watch it over on Patreon. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out from the link below in the show more section. You find everything in there to do with any multimedia site, the music that I run, all that kind of stuff, the intros, outros, all that kind of thing is all there. If you want access to anything, it's in the show more section. Okay, Capricorn, thanks very much, guys, and I'll hopefully see you over on the other side.